let's move on to SJ's comment. SJ says, is it kind of unfair that they didn't reshuffle the draw with Novak being gone? Now Novak's quarter, which was already a little bit lacking, is no one's quarter, and it's literally wide open, whereas the other quarters, such as Zverev's and Tsitsipas's, feel like the ATP finals. This was interesting, and then I'll get to the second part of SJ's comment. They already delayed the order of play, but the way the timeline worked, it was getting really, really late, and they needed to finalize the order of play and thus, or therefore, finalize the draw. And I really don't think you can let one player hold up that process. I don't agree with that. I don't care who it is, or obviously I don't care who it is, because we're talking about the number one seed and the 9-time champion, and I don't think it was appropriate for the Australian Open to delay the order of play for one player, regardless. And stuff happens is kind of my take on this. When it comes to the draw, it's not always perfectly symmetrical. It's not always perfectly fair. You have situations, for example, such as the 5 seed being in the same quarter as the 1 seed, right? That could happen because you have chance, you have randomness in a draw, and stuff happens. Players get injured, players have to withdraw, players might get COVID at some point, players get upset. You can't really worry, in my opinion, and bend over backwards to try to make the draw perfect. The reality is, to win the Australian Open, you're probably going to need to beat a lot of really, really good players. Or in the case of Novak's quarter, now you have an opportunity for a Gael Monfils, for a Tommy Paul, for a Pedro Martinez, for a I think Carreño Busta is in the other. Not Carreño Busta. But the players I just mentioned, Bublik perhaps, Monfils Bublik in the second round. That should be interesting. I favor Monfils. You have Oscar Otta, who's had some good runs and is a very interesting player who had a good 2021. Lorenzo Sonego, yet to really make a deep run at a major. Am I mad that these players have opportunities now? I'll throw in Kecmanovic if he's a better player than he was last year. Am I mad that these players have an opportunity here? Not really. It is what it is. Such is life. I can't get too upset about that. And it's never going to be something that really bothers me, or I think is something that should be really emphasized, that you have perfect draw symmetry and...
Gostou? Então segue o canal para mais cortes virais e notícias todo dia.